Welcome to Suri Daily English, the podcast, a leading English podcast channel.
Oh no. Oh no. This is a disaster. I can't do it.
Alex, what is happening? Why are you throwing your clothes everywhere?
Suri, look at this suitcase. It is empty. But my brain is also empty. I am going to London tomorrow for my first international trip.
That is wonderful news. London is beautiful. You should be excited, not scared.
I am excited for the photos, but I am terrified of the talking. What if I go to the hotel and I forget all my English? What if I sleep on the street because I can't say, "Room, please"?
You will not sleep on the street, Alex. You have me.
But you are not coming with me, Suri. I need to be independent.
Listen to me. English for travel is like a recipe. You just need the right ingredients, the right phrases. We can practice right now.
Practice? You mean like a game?
Exactly. A simulation game. I will be the hotel staff and you will be the traveler. We will go through everything from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave.
Okay, a game. I like games. But Suri, what is the most important rule for this game?
The most important rule is politeness. In English, especially in hotels, please and thank you are magic words. They open every door.
Please and thank you. Okay, I can do that, I think.
I know you can. Are you ready to start your vacation, Mr. Alex?
Click, click, click. Yes, I am ready. Let's go to the hotel.
Okay, imagine this. You have your suitcase. You are tired from the airplane. You walk into the hotel lobby. You see the front desk. What do?
I walk to the desk and I say, "I want room."
I want room? Ugh, Alex, no. That is too direct. It sounds a little rude.
Rude? But I do want a room. It is the truth.
It is the truth, but in English, we don't usually say I want to a stranger. It sounds like a demand. Instead, we use a softer phrase. We say, I would like.
I would like.
Yes, I would like to check in, please. Try that.
I would like to check in, please.
Perfect. Or if you already booked the room online, you say, I have a reservation.
Reservation. I have a reservation.
A reservation means you booked the room before you arrived. So the full sentence is, hello, I have a reservation under the name Alex.
Hello, I have a reservation under the name Alex.
Excellent. Now I'm the receptionist. I will ask you for two things. Listen carefully. Can I have your ID and credit card for the deposit?
Wait, deposit? What is deposit? I already paid for the room.
Don't panic. A deposit is just money they hold for security. If you break the TV, they keep the money. If you don't break the TV, they give it back.
Ah, okay. I will try not to break the TV.
Good plan. And ID means identification, your passport. So let's try. Hello, sir. Welcome to the Grand Hotel. Checking in?
Hello, I have a reservation under the name Alex.
Thank you. Can I see your ID and credit card, please?
Yes, here you are.
Here you are. I love that phrase. It is very natural when you give something to someone.
I am doing it. I'm checking in.
Yes, you are. One more thing. Sometimes you want to ask a question at check-in, maybe about breakfast.
Uh, eat morning? Where?
Close. Remember the polite structure? Can I have or could you tell me? Try, could you tell me what time is breakfast?
Could you tell me what time is breakfast?
Breakfast is served from 7 to 10 a.m. Here's your key card. You are in room 305.
Thank you very much.
Okay, step 1 is finished. You have your key, you go up the elevator. Ding! Room 305. You open the door.
Wow, the bed is huge. And look, tiny soaps. I love tiny soaps.
Everyone loves the tiny soaps. But wait, you look around the room, something is missing.
Missing? Let me look. The bed is there. The TV is there. Oh, I forgot my towel.
Or maybe the hotel forgot the towel. It happens. You need to call the front desk. What do you say?
Hello, give me towel.
Alex, remember the magic, not give me.
Oh, right. Sorry. I would like a towel?
That is good, but when we ask for a service or an object, we often use, excuse me, could I have?
Excuse me, could I have a fresh towel, please?
Perfect. Could I have is very useful. You can use it for anything. Could I have an extra pillow? Could I have the Wi-Fi password?
Could I have the Wi-Fi password? That is the most important sentence in the world.
It really is. Now let's try a different structure. Sometimes you want to know if the hotel has something. We use is there,
Like what?
like a gym or a pool. Is there a swimming pool in the hotel?
Oh, I understand. Okay, I will call the front desk. Ring, ring.
Front desk, how can I help you?
Excuse me, is there a pet penguin in the hotel?
Excuse me? A penguin?
Yes, I want to play with a penguin in my room.
Alex, be realistic. No hotels have penguins.
Okay, but it was good grammar, right? Is there a penguin?
The grammar was perfect. The logic was crazy. Let's try something real. Maybe you need a wake-up call. You have a flight in the morning.
Okay, ring, ring.
Front desk.
Excuse me, could I have a wake-up call at 6 a.m., please?
Certainly, sir. We will call you at 6 a.m. Anything else?
Yes, could I have an extra blanket? It is cold.
Excellent. You are mastering the could I have structure.
But Suri, asking for a towel is easy. What if something is broken? What if the room is terrible? I hate complaining. I get scared.
I understand. Complaining in a second language is stressful. You don't want to sound angry, but you want a solution.
Yes, I usually just stay quiet and suffer.
No suffering on vacation. We need to learn the polite complaint. It has 3 parts. Part 1, start politely. Part 2, state the problem. Part 3, ask for a solution.
Start politely, like, hello, beautiful lady?
No, not that polite. I mean, start with, excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, or just, excuse me.
Excuse me? Good. Now the problem. Imagine the air conditioner is broken. It is very hot in your room. The AC is broken. Fix it.
Whoa, scary. Too aggressive. Try saying, my air conditioner is not working.
My air conditioner is not working.
Much better. Now, part 3, the solution. Could you look at it, or could I change rooms?
Okay, let me put it together. Ring ring.
Front desk.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but my air conditioner is not working. It is very hot in here. Could you please send someone to fix it?
Wow, Alex, that was amazing. If a guest says that to me, I will run to their room immediately to help.
Really? I sounded okay?
You sounded polite and clear. That gets the best results. Let's try one more problem. The shower is cold.
Ugh, I hate cold showers. Okay, ring ring.
Front desk.
Hello? I have a small problem. There is no hot water in my shower.
Oh, I am so sorry about that, sir.
Could I please move to a different room?
Absolutely. I will bring you a new key right now.
Yes, it works. Being polite works.
See? You handled the problem like a pro. No yelling, just communicating. Now, sadly, your trip is over. It is time to go home. You need to check out.
The sad part and the expensive part.
Yes, you go to the desk. You simply say, I would like to check out, please.
I would like to check out, please.
Now, pay attention. The receptionist will give you a piece of paper. Do you know what it is called?
The bill or the check.
In a hotel, we usually say the bill or here is your receipt after you pay. You must look at the bill carefully. Watch out for the minibar.
Minibar. Is that a small pub for elves?
No, Alex. The minibar is the little fridge in your room with the sodas and chocolates.
Oh, the chocolates. I ate all of them.
Ah, then you will be surprised. Those chocolates are very expensive. The hotel charges you for them.
What? I thought they were a gift, like the tiny soaps.
No, the soap is free. The chocolate is not free. That is a very important lesson.
Okay, I will pay for the expensive chocolate.
So the receptionist will say, your total is $200. How would you like to pay?
I can say cash or credit card.
You can say, I'll pay by credit card, please.
I'll pay by credit card, please.
And then you are done. You are ready to fly home.
Suri, I think I understand the pieces, but can I do the whole thing without stopping?
That is exactly what we will do next. The master role play. Listen carefully, Alex. For the next 2 minutes, I am not Suri, your teacher. I am Sarah, the receptionist at the Hotel English. I will not correct you. We will not stop.
Okay, deep breath. I'm ready.
We will do the whole journey. Check in, asking for Wi-Fi, a problem, and check out. Action. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the Sunshine Hotel.
Good afternoon. I would like to check in, please.
Certainly. Do you have a reservation?
Yes, I have a reservation under the name Alex Smith.
Ah, yes, Mr. Smith. A single room for 2 nights. Could I have your passport and credit card for the deposit, please?
Yes, here you are.
Thank you. Here is your key card. Room 402. The elevator is to your left.
Thank you. Excuse me, could you tell me, does the room have free Wi-Fi?
Yes, it does. The password is Sunshine 2024.
Great, thank you very much.
Front desk, Sarah speaking.
Hello, I'm sorry to bother you. This is room 402.
Is everything okay, Mr. Smith?
Well, actually, there's a small problem. The TV in my room is not working. It will not turn on.
Oh, I am terribly sorry about that. I will send a technician up right away to fix it.
That would be great. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Smith. How was your stay?
It was wonderful. Thank you. The technician fixed the TV very quickly.
I'm glad to hear that. Are you ready to leave us?
Yes, I would like to check out, please.
Okay, here is your bill. Did you use the minibar?
No, no chocolate for me. Just water.
Very good. The total is $150. How would you like to pay?
I'll pay by credit card, please.
Here you are. Thank you. Payment received. Have a safe trip home.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Clapping! Alex, that was fantastic.
I did it. I really did it. I didn't say, I want room, and I didn't get angry about the TV.
You sounded so natural. Here you are, I would like, sorry to bother you. You sound like a native speaker.
I feel ready now. London, here I come.
I am so proud of you. And to all our listeners, remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be polite and brave like Alex.
Yes, be brave, and don't eat the minibar chocolate.
Good advice. If you enjoyed this role play, please subscribe to Suri Daily English.
And tell us in the comments, do you like the tiny soaps in hotels? Yes or no?
We will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. See you in London.